Well, hello.
Hello there.
Good evening, my brother.
Sister.
Welcome, everybody, to another installation of
Reality Rewind.
You should have held that note.
Whoa, right. I know that's right,
What's
sis.
up, everybody? It's Sir Tam. We got a new
Sir
name.
Tam today.
Yeah, it's not
we give
Tam.
You a little mixer. That's it.
Yeah, it's
a
Sir.
little remix.
I love it.
Yes,
so,
ma'am.
you guys, we come to you tonight reviewing the one and only biggest show on BET. That's how I feel, brother. How you feel?
No, seriously, it is. It is. It has made head waves like nobody's businesses.
And it is called Zatima. Yes. If you have not checked it out, please go to BET Plus. You can stream the season 1 and season 2. They're into the 4th episode on season 2, so you guys can catch up and see what we're talking about. Zatima.
Yes.
Zatima.
And when I tell you, it is good. I mean, from episode 1 up until episode 4, they do not disappoint whatsoever.
Do not disappoint. You guys make sure y'all go check it out because we're in for the long haul.
I'm telling you. From start to finish.
Spicy. It's getting real spicy.
It is.
Brother, how was your day?
It was good. I mean, you know what? As always, it was extremely busy. But one thing I can say, I got a lot of things done. I thank God. And most importantly, to be able for us to do this, I mean, this is like the highlight of my day.
Good. And you have a birthday coming up?
Yes. And I cannot wait for us to celebrate.
I'm going to send you as a team for your birthday.
Look. Bring on that spice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I'm so proud. Yeah, my brother, his birthday is coming up.
Yes, it's this Friday.
You have any plans?
Well, I mean, I do have a lot of plans. I mean, of course, you know, we have our plans that we're going to be doing in celebration of. And I do have a little more things that's going to be going on over the weekend. So I can't wait. It's going to be a good birthday weekend. Turn up.
Yes, I can't wait to hear about all your little plans, chat. I know they're going to be good.
Look, hot and spicy, just like Zatima.
So let's do a quick recap about season 1. How did you feel about season 1? That was their first debut season.
Sis.
Brand new show. So what did you think about season 1?
First and foremost, let me just say I am so happy for Tyler Perry doing this extension. You know, keep in mind, you guys, this is a extension from a whole nother series. If you guys have not watched Sisters, I mean, that too is another show that does not disappoint. But of course, I like the fact that they saw something in that particular couple, Zac and Fatima, that they felt like they needed to have their own platform. So birthing Zatima is like, look, I'm talking about, yes. Thank you, sisters. Because if it wasn't for these beautiful ladies, Zatima would not have existed. So, yes. And I'm just very grateful. You know what, sis? One thing I can say is that when it comes to Zac and Fatima, they really exemplify what is going on in relationships, you know? Yes. I mean, they don't hold back whatsoever.
They do not hold back. I love the reality of it's almost like a reality show. Like
it is
down and dirty with real emotions and feelings, and it judges a lot of things that we don't discuss in the Black community. I absolutely love this show. My husband loves this show. He watches Sisters too. And I asked him, like, babe, why do you watch this show so much? He was like, it's so real. It is so real, though.
It's real and it's relatable. I mean, again, just like you said, best sis, it's so many things for us to tap into that relates to, you know, Black society. You know what I mean? So it's like to be able to see, you know, those different situations and scenarios play out. You know, it makes you feel like, wow, you know, that feels like that's me. Babe, that feels like that's us. Look, that's us right there.
Yeah, we were just arguing about that last night.
Yeah, look, I'm telling you. I'm glad that they come and they just don't disappoint.
Speaking of something going on, child, let's get into season 2, that shower scene.
Oh my gosh, sis. Look, what a perfect way to start a season. I mean, he was look, since he was all into it. Look, it almost took me back to Mimi and Nico when she had the shower rod.
The shower rod.
Like, dang, this is how you start a season.
Should this be on Pornhub or BT Plus?
I mean, I was like, all they had to do was like clear the smudge and you would have saw it all.
This is the thing, brother.
Booty,
you know,
booty, naked, everything.
In real life, Zac is married. If y'all don't know, his name is DeVal. I love his wife, Kadeen. I love their podcast and everything. And you know,
very beautiful woman. She is beautiful and talented, mind you.
So Zatima, Fatima, her name is Crystal. In real life, they're all friends. They all hang out. But I know that they have movie magic, but oh, honey, that scene was a little bit too spicy for me.
I'm telling you, that's why I say they know how to bring it. I mean, it was so real. It was so raunchy. I was like, man, I mean, look.
I need to go rinse off.
If y'all was a little freaky, you know, if y'all wanted to have, you know, some others join into the, you know, equation, I'm
Take the room, child.
Look, you know I'm single, so you know I'm just, you know,
and ready to mingle. What's up?
Let me quit that. Let me quit playing because I've been got knocked out. Look.
Yeah, please don't, because I don't want to have to go to jail. I'm tired of it.
That scene makes you that turned on.
It does. Like,
it does. They brought it. They did that.
It does. But let's get into this first snapshot. I call it "I'm tired." Look at Zac. He's confused and perplexed.
Come on.
So in this scene, Fatima's telling him that she's tired of him wanting so much sex.
Oh my God.
He is wearing her out 6 times a day, 4 times a day, and she has had it, honey. She said, enough is enough. I'm sick of it. So brother, has it ever been a time where you wanted it and your partner didn't want it, or you know?
Sis, okay, so let me break this down, okay? Because I feel Zac in this moment. You know, I feel the expression. It's almost like I was a fly on the wall. I was able to actually tap into his brain. I understood what he was thinking in that moment. Now, if I was Zac, I'm like, look, here I am. I'm thinking I'm doing all the right things. I'm D'ing you down. I'm pretty sure morning, noon, night.
Brother.
I mean, I'm giving you what you want and you telling me it's too much?
Brother.
Now, you're supposed to come at me when I'm not giving you enough. Not when I'm giving you too much. Am I really hearing what I'm hearing right now? Come on.
All you giving is a UTI, sir. A UTI. Capital UTI. Ain't nobody in this world. A woman, I'm talking about, if we going down, we can break this down by chemistry.
Come on,
chemicals and our cats cannot take that much sex. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Even strippers on Harry Hines and then prostitutes on Harry Hines.
Look, yeah, see, I had to cut off. Look, I mean, because one thing you got to understand about our dynamic is when it comes to sis, she doesn't hold back. She doesn't hold back at all. I mean, where the face? Look. You...
I'm telling you what, I'm not finna be in a doctor's office every day because you want to have sex 6 times a day. I'm not finna do it.
But see, she should have understood, because keep in mind, before they got together, she had already kind of knew how he was just by the relationship between him and Karen. Now, remember, he was always cheating on Karen left and right. And you said it perfectly best, sis. He gave her, like, you know, a little something here, a little something there every now and then. And she had to go to the clinic and try to deal with it, you know. So it wasn't like you wasn't aware of what you were getting yourself into, Fatima. As a matter of fact, I feel like this is what you prayed for, and now that you have it, sis, she don't know how to handle it. She don't know how to handle it.
Oh, Lord, it's okay. 2 times a day, I'm cool. You talking about 6 and up a day, brother? A day. I'm not talking about a week. A day. When are we going to work? When do I have time to eat? I can't even sleep and recharge. And then are we talking about 5 minutes? Or are we talking about a full blown session? What?
Man, and don't forget the different sceneries. Like, okay, babe, now you know we've been doing it in the shower, you know, a lot of times now. So let's kind of switch it up a bit. You know, let's go and take it to the dining room table, or you know, let's go to the balcony on the outside, and maybe it was more than what she could handle. She bit off more than what she could chew.
Capital UTI. Fatima, girl, you better, girl, be up in that CVS and that Walgreens, child.
His definition of UTI is used to being inside. Used to being inside. Used to the inside. Used to the insides. So he kind of got, you know, the abbreviation, the acronym, just mixed up just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's all right, Zach. I got your back.
Fatima gonna pay for it. Moving on. What are your thoughts on Deja?
Well, now keep in mind, Deja's like his ex-girlfriend, what have you, who, you know, just so happened to now move next door, and now she's the neighbor. You could tell that she has feelings for Zac. I mean, come on, it goes without even saying, you know, that she feels something for him. But I just feel like it's very trifling because, I mean, like they say, when you play with fire, you definitely gonna get burned. And what we've been seeing thus far, Fatima has burnt your ass quite a few times.
Quite a few. She said, you better get in that car and go. Get in that car and go. This is my thing. Why did you let her sign that lease? I don't care if all money ain't good money. I could have found another tenant that was not entangled with me to rent out that apartment. Like, it is no reason why she should be living next door to y'all. And she's stirring up all this ruckus. Last season, she was in a hot tub with your friend. Now she acting like her neck broke and she needs you to do for her. I'm sick of her. Put her out and keep it moving.
Thank you. She's definitely using that next scene to her advantage. I can't move. I can't. Girl, what's wrong with you? Come on now. It's not that bad. It's not that crucial.
Speaking of awkward situations, let's get into this next photo.
Ooh, sis.
So, in this scene, if y'all were not familiar, season 1, Bryce kissed Zac. We found out that Bryce is bisexual and he was attracted to Zac. If you don't know, that they are business partners. They started up a real estate business together and it's doing well. But when that happened, Zac felt so uncomfortable him being a black man, and you know, he's not bisexual. Right. So in this scene, they run into each other, have that awkward, hey, how you doing type of talk in the office, and it is very awkward. So, brother, would you still be doing business with someone that you've had an awkward sexual interaction with?
Now, let me be honest with you. as much as I want to say I wouldn't, it's just kind of hard because you don't know exactly how much you've invested within the partnership. You don't know how long, the tenure has been within that partnership. So, for you to call it quits, just that quickly, it's really hard. But, given the situation, given the circumstance, knowing that you have to see this person every single day. Now, mind you, we already know that when it comes to like our jobs, when it comes to our entrepreneurship, we dive into that and we invest in that a lot more than we do anything else within a 24-hour time frame. So you're gonna have to see this person a lot, and to think every single time that you see this individual, you have to kind of rehash in your mind what transpired. It's hard. Would I just call it quits right away? Probably not, but I would start creating an action plan to, try to, if I was Zac. But, again, it caught Zac off guard. So you can tell that Zac really doesn't know what he wants to do, in the moment and in the moments to come. He's still confused.
That would be a hard pill to swallow for me because, especially when you're not, you're a straight man and another man kisses you. Right. It's like it's crossing so many boundaries, and the thing is, we're in business together. We're making money. I thought you were my friend. Like he really liked Bryce as a friend, but dating Angela.
Yes, that makes it. You took the words out of my mouth. That makes it worse. The fact that you were actually, you were dating his girl's best friend. Like that just messes up the whole dynamic, not just from a working standpoint, but also from that relationship, And so then, it's just like, dude,
you didn't even tell Angela you were bisexual, first of all.
Come on.
When you first started dating her, you did not tell her that you were bisexual. You held that from her. She had to find out from Fatima.
Come on. What happened? So sis, you just brought up something that was just very important. So, if you were Angela, let's just rewind, bring it back.
Okay.
Let's just say if he were to have, brought that up at the beginning. If you were Angela, how would you have reacted?
I wouldn't have judged him because everybody has their preferences, but give me the choice to make if I want to continue to date you. If that's not my cup of tea, look, baby, we can go shopping together. But
that's it.
Don't not give me the choice to make about me dealing with you because you're scared to expose your sexuality. I think that's why they have down low men.
Right.
You don't have to be down low. I have a choice. Some women like bisexual and down low men, men.
And some are freaky, yes.
And some are freaky and some love it. They want to introduce other stuff into the bedroom. But don't not tell somebody, and that's another thing with the trans community as well. It's some beautiful trans women. I don't know really the lingo, so y'all please don't comment. But I'm just saying, like, don't hate me, but it's some beautiful trans women, whatever you identify as.
Exactly.
And if you're talking to a guy and that guy thinks that you are a woman and then later finds out that you're a man, that's why a lot of harm comes to them.
It does.
You don't expose if you changed everything, your hair, you got boobs, you got, whatever. If you change all that to be a woman, you need to, if you're happy with who you are, be happy with who you are. Talk about
Embrace that.
Embrace it. Don't try to hide. You don't have to hide who you are. Step into the light. Step into the forefront and be like, this is who I am. I'm trans. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, move on.
That's
and
it.
I'm gonna do me.
That's it. That's it.
Give people
Because
the option.
You actually hit the nail on the head, sis, because what people don't understand, like especially in today's society, when you withhold things like that to that magnitude, and they have to find out uncomfortable way, it really, things really do go awry, and sometimes to the detriment of someone's, yes, and to the detriment of someone's life, and it's because, like you said, think about it. If the roles were reversed, and if a guy found out that this trans woman was indeed born as a male, mentally it can mess you up, and it makes that guy think in that moment, like, oh my God, like, is something wrong with me? Like, how could I not have figured this out from the beginning?
How could I be attracted to a man?
Exactly. And it does. It
He's
can mess
questioning his sexuality.
Exactly. And this is why so much, happens when it comes to, like the trans community, because a lot of people are afraid to be open and honest, and just goes back, to Bryce. It's no different. That's why things happen, with down low men, because they are afraid to be open and honest.
And Zac had a good point. He said, I don't care if you like me.
Exactly.
You just gotta tell me. Give me the option of knowing who you are, if that's what you like. But you being confused and trying to make a play on me, like, that was so wrong. That was so wrong.
And for me, this is what makes things so uncomfortable when it comes to, like, when it comes to dudes, like, being, like, really, really close, what they like to call that bromance. Because see, when Bryce was actually, when Zac was actually, being open and honest with him, basically, how he was saying how, if only Fatima had, I forgot how he worded it exactly.
Yeah, but basically, if he was, if he was trying to say, like, if Bryce was Fatima, they would be married or something like that.
Yes, exactly. Yes. And so something triggered in his mind to make him think that was like, okay, that was like flirtation or a sign of flirtation. And that's what made him actually, want to go forward with the kiss. But it's like, okay, as two dudes, you can't show that type of emotion, without you having to think something different. Like, and that's why a lot of dudes be like, man, that's on some homo, that's on some, you know what I mean? Because of an outcome like that, what took place between Bryce and Zac. So now it not only does it mess up Bryce's head, but Zac is even more messed up, because it's like, dang, now I have to be more reserved with my other homeboys and what I said and how I said, because it can easily be taken out of context, which is what happened between Bryce and Zac.
Well, honey, and y'all, that was just episode 1, child.
Ooh, only.
Okay, moving on. The end of episode 1, beginning of episode 2 was spicy. So let's run into that pick. Okay, let me set the scene for y'all. So in this scene, this is the beginning of episode 2. Fatima approaches Zac with a proposition of having a side chick. Okay, she says her box is tired. She doesn't want to have sex that much, just like I said, UTIing. And she is wore out. So she proposes to him to get a side chick. Now, when she went to her car, she said she's in the car and, I want to introduce you to her. And he was being leery about it, because we all know that Fatima is gangster. She don't play about no other women. So
come on.
He was just kind of like, what? Stop playing with me. You trying to get me to woo, woo, woo. And she was like, no, I'm being serious. Come to find out, y'all, it was a sex toy. It's called literally a side chick. You put water in it, and it's supposed to be like an actual vagina. Of course, Zac was not here for it. He wants the real thing. So, brother, if someone positioned you, if you were very sexually active and somebody positioned, your significant other said, you know what, babe, I want you to have a side chick because I can't keep up with you. What would your reaction be?
Now, see, let me first say this, sis. First, see, that's that. That's that funny stuff. That's that slick stuff I be talking about. See, she knew what she was doing when she did what she did in that moment in time. See, that's how you get caught up, for the simple fact that she kept playing with that wording. Side chick, side chick, side chick, before she actually revealed what the side chick really was and was about. True. So in Zac's mind, because again, a play on words can make all of the difference.
You can.
He's thinking like, well, damn, okay, this kind of does make sense. I mean, you know, earlier she did mention how, you know, I was putting it down too much for her. I was giving her too much of the D. So, okay, so now she wants to explore and kind of bring others into the relationship, i.e. the side chick. Okay, that'll kind of solve the problem. Only to find out the side chick ain't nothing but.
Now look, I commend Fatima, because if I was in her position, I'd do the same thing. Baby, let me get this flashlight. Let me go get this where's the KY? I'm sorry. Let's go. I'm tired.
Yeah.
Sir, I would have done the same thing, sir. I bought you a toy. Go on in there, do what you gotta do. And we're gonna get pushing. Now, the caveat to that is men do need sex. Okay, right. I get that. I get that.
Men have to have it more than females. Can you agree to that?
Yes, I can agree to that.
We are very sexual beings.
Born to want. Y'all are made to produce.
There you go. Exactly.
Y'all are made to produce. That urge of wanting sex is always going to be there.
Right.
I get that.
Right.
Only thing with Zac is what I'm saying with Zac is that when you come, let's just be real. Zac is not a, man to put on a pedestal. He's trying to change his ways.
Right. And we commend him for that.
Yes. And like you said, a good point. He's used to sleeping off on his women.
Exactly.
So Angela had a good point. She was like, what if he's not enough for you? So you putting in her head that you got to have sex 6 times a day. And if she's like, I can't do that. And now that's making her believe like, am I enough? Because I can't have sex that much. So you have to be careful of what you're asking for and be patient. And,
right.
I don't feel like sex is that good if you have it 6 times a day. Okay, let somebody do some math. 6 times a day, 7 days a week.
Exactly. That's a lot.
The rest of your life?
Even as a man, sis,
this ain't gonna be like this.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about Zac. I'm talking about her cool cat.
Oh.
It's just gonna give up. It's just gonna say, it's gonna be like this, girl. Not this time.
It's gonna be in hiding. They say what, Groundhog Day, right? That's gonna be hiding.
It's just gonna. This is what it's gonna look like.
Ain't coming up. Ain't gonna breathe. No air. No nothing.
We're gonna pray for them on that. I can't help you, Fatima. You did your best. I hope he used that thing, but the side chick, but I don't know.
That also goes back to, now keep in mind, sis, that when they first started their relationship, they were actually having sex a lot. They were. As a guy, if I was Zac, I'm gonna feel like going forward, because again, I'm not trying to make a change. That's what I'm going to think. That's what you're going to want for the long haul. Now realize it. See, to me, now if I was Zac in that moment, I'm thinking like, well, dang, you wasn't like this at the beginning. Like, why are you changing now? One thing I get it, this happens in every relationship. At the beginning stages of a relationship, whether you're dating or what have you, you feel like you have to submit, or you feel like you have to give that person what they want in its entirety in order to keep them, or to further or prolong or to grow something out of that relationship. But in doing so, if that's not what it really is, if that's not what you really want, you're kind of setting yourself or the relationship up for failure.
This is true.
But
also leave the room to grow. Leave the room to expand. It's not gonna always be the same as when you first met somebody. It's fresh, it's new. We're getting to know each other. It's fun. It's extraordinary. It's surprising. It's spontaneous. But once you get to know somebody and they really sit in, because the first time you meet somebody, it's their representative anyway.
That's true.
They're trying to do everything they can to impress you. That's why they flipping you and twirling you like a pretzel. But baby, you're 3 and 4. Lay down.
Look, twirling you around like some pizza dough. Throw it up in there and make sure you catch it. Don't drop it.
Brother, you're 3 and 4. Lay down. Get that towel. Lay down.
Come on.
Come on. I got 5 minutes before I go to work. Come on.
But sis, you said it perfectly earlier, though. You said it very perfectly. The reason why I would not want to run something like that in the ground so early is because I kind of want us to have a little break in not, being sexually active, because it makes me want it that much more. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's just say we've waited a few days. It fuels something in me, and it gives me a really good urge when the next time we do it, it's going to be something very, spectacular because we've waited. You see what I'm saying? So I wish that, that Zac did have that mindset or that concept of, okay, maybe I shouldn't do it that many times because, I don't want to run something in the ground. And I want to continuously, I want to be able to keep wanting that cootie cat.
Yes. And take care of your woman. If she's telling you she's tired and she's hurting,
understand that.
And you'll get it a lot more if you just be like, okay, babe, I'm gonna wait. She gonna want you. She wants you.
That's it.
You just gotta let it rest a little bit. It's swollen. Let it sit down. Put some ice on
it. And that's yours. It's not going nowhere. I mean, that kitty cat not gonna run away. A lot of cats do become strays. But
at the Dallas Zoo, all them little kitty cats be getting out and they be running.
See that. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to do that because sis, I'm telling y'all, sis, she be on one sometimes, I mean, but watch. Look at the face. Look. You
can't tell me them monkeys and them little kitty cats in the zoo don't be getting stolen and running away. Child, that thing get tired.
That thing get tired.
I'm going back to Africa. That thing gonna jump off of her and going back to Africa. I'm going back to the pride lands in the grass with the cougars. Gone. Peace.
I'm trying to tell
you. Let's get into this next pick I call Mama Drama. I'm going to set this up for y'all. So this is Zac's mother, estranged mother. And y'all know that his brother has been coming around saying, oh, you need to go see Mama. You need to give us some money. And this is the conversation that we've had on Uncommon Opinions, which is on Thursdays, y'all. Y'all go check that out as well. About feeling responsible for your parents. They feel like they had you, then you have to do for them when they get into sticky situations. But in this situation right here, basically his mom is begging for money, telling him that she's addicted to meth. The brother is selling drugs and everything like that. And she basically has wronged Zac when he was younger and things like that. So he doesn't feel obligated to helping her, but he does feel obligated to helping her because that's his mother. And he still wants, that little boy inside of him still wants that love from his mother. This was a really, really, really great situation. Like I say, Tyler Perry is very, very good at putting these things in the forefront because they happen in real life, right? It's a lot of relationships like this between son and mother and daughter, but I'm really glad they highlighted the son because men don't really, they don't really acknowledge their trauma. They don't really acknowledge those feelings from, a mother relationship or even a father relationship. So my question to you, my brother, is, watching that clip, watching their relationship, what is your thought and how would you react if your mother can't try to come back in your life when you had money to restore, not even restore, she just want to beg?
What, you know what? First and foremost, let me just say this. To everyone that's watching, again, we thank you so much for, watching this segment. Let me just say, I thank you so much, Tam, because you guys, my sis actually picked this show. She wanted us to actually do commentary on this show because a lot of things that transpire really does hit home. And this is gonna be I'm about to really, really get into this, sis, because this pretty much solidifies what we were just talking about when it comes to the sex and when it comes to Zac wanting the sex a lot. And I feel like it's more deeper than anything because let's dive right into it. Now, in that situation with his mom, it's always been a strenuous relationship between the two. She's never really been there for him. She's the reason why he was in and out of foster care. So she never was that motherly figure that, he's always been longing for, And so within that I feel like that's the reason why Zac is the way that he is when it comes to prior to Fatima. That's the reason why Zac was the way that he was with Karen, and because he was looking for something that he never had. And again, like I've said it before, during our other commentary, that you'll never realize a good thing if you've never had it. You never will. And so with Zac, it's like he's going with these different women. He's sleeping with these different women prior to Fatima because he's in search of something that he's never had from a woman, from a female before. And I'm so grateful that, Fatima came into his life because you can tell that she's that person that's going to help set that platform. She's going to help set the groundwork, for what it was that he's never had before in life. And it's very disheartening, when we see this scene, because again, it solidifies everything. And it says a lot about Zac and why he is the way that he is with females and also with his sexuality, with him wanting sex so much. And, again, I feel like if he, had a mother figure, he probably wouldn't be like that. But I mean, what's your take on this, sis? How do you feel about it?
What I look at it is, he uses sex as a way of showing love and receiving love.
There you go.
Because he's never been given love.
Come on.
The only thing he feels like that he can keep a woman around is his D.
Come on.
As long as I can lay this pipe, she gonna keep coming back.
That's it.
But if I don't sex her down good, I can't keep her. And it's because he's loving from a place of trauma.
And if he doesn't, you said it, sis, if he doesn't sex her down the way that he feels that she needs it, she's going to leave exactly like his mother has always left him.
Exactly. The scene, if you guys go watch this episode, the scene at the ending when they're in the car and he's crying to Fatima.
Oh my God, sis.
He actually explains the story of his mother leaving him. Was it in a store, brother, or I think it was in a store.
It was in the store. Now remember how? Yes, that's initially.
Yes. And so initially, okay. Let me fast forward. Okay, so that scene that we just clipped, that photo, he took his mother to the store and gave her. She wanted $100 to go grocery shopping, so he took her to the store. And he ran into one of his flings and they were talking. But while he was talking to his fling, his mother left out the back of the store with the $100. Basically, she probably went to go get high or what have you. So when Zac got home to Fatima, he sat in a car and he was upset and he cried because he said he remembered back in the day that his mom, they went to the store and he was probably like 7 or 8 or something. And she left him. She left him. And when he found her, she was giving oral sex to somebody and he was calling her name. He was calling her name and she didn't stop. So these are the traumas that she's inflicted onto Zac. And in that scene, when he explained to her once I'm finna knock y'all over the head with this one.
Come
Sex. Giving sex. He saw his mother giving sex.
Come on.
To this man in a car. And he's calling mama. Could you imagine? Mama, mama. And she's not responding. She just don't, you know what I'm saying? So growing up as a man,
you hit the nail on the head.
Sex.
You hit the nail on the head. Because he witnessed in that moment that clearly giving his mother giving that guy exactly what that guy wanted, it caused him to stay. And it probably made him think, getting older, this is what I have to do in order to keep a female, in order to satisfy a female, in order for a female not to want to leave and go elsewhere, just by what he witnessed. And it's very pivotal because, you know, it starts at a young age. You know, when you have children so young and they witness things like that, it travels and it goes with them as they get older and older and older. So you have to be mindful of the things that you do when your child is very young, because they carry that with them for the long haul.
Yes.
And you can tell too in that moment, as you were speaking about, sis, when they were in that grocery store, and when, like you said, he was done talking to the female that he ran into that he knew back in the day. When he went back around to the aisle and he saw that empty
cart,
it triggered. It triggered so much so that, like you stated at the end of that episode, that last scene with him and Fatima in that car, we all know Zac is really not an emotional person. It just goes back to what we were saying, you know, that's in, you know, today's society. That right there is exactly what, you know, a lot of Black men go through because of, and you know, whether it be a mother or father figure, we always have, and it's sad to say, but, you know, statistically speaking, we have one that's always in that same situation as Zac's mother is in.
And the simple fact that Fatima said, you need to go talk to somebody. This is the thing. This is what I said. Men,
come on, sis.
I know y'all want to play hard. I get it. You want to be the man of the house. You want to be strong for your wife and your woman. Y'all need to talk to somebody too. And it's not your ignorant homeboys.
Thank you.
That's going to tell you to run the streets and go get some more poontang and forget about your problems. You need to go. It's okay. You are loved.
Thank you.
You are appreciated. Go talk to somebody. Please get the help that you need. Because, like I said, this scene, it just touched my soul. And it's because a lot of Black men feel like they don't need to talk to somebody. They don't want to cry. They don't want to show weakness. It's okay.
It's okay to be vulnerable.
You can be vulnerable. That don't mean that you like somebody tickling your little thing, your little boot hole. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. It doesn't mean that. It just means you need why do you think God gave us tears? We gotta release that stuff.
That's true. That's true.
Because I say that to say, as we get into episodes 3 and 4, you will see not releasing it, what it'll cause. But let's get into episode 3. So, episode 3, let's get into this chump change. I call chump change.
Come on now.
Okay, so let me set this up for y'all. This is Angela. Fatima's so-called friend, and I'll get into that in a second. But in this scene, if y'all remember, Fatima had a flat tire at work, and Paul, which is the construction worker, he offers to change her tire. Now, Angela did say, call Zac. You know, you need to stop being the strong woman. You need to call your man and let him come change the tire, because Fatima was actually changing the tire. But the Paul guy, he's a construction worker at the building. So he came over, he offered to change her tire. He actually he bought her a new tire, actually. So this scene picks up back up. Zac took her to the garage to get her car. He told her to leave her car there because he was going to put the tire on. So anyway, they get back to the scene. Zac drives her to work. Zac is mad, like, who is this? And why is he over there with Angela by your car? So Zac basically is upset, which he has every right to be. We'll get into that in a minute. And basically Angela's like, he's tripping. That's why her face looked like that. He's tripping. What's wrong with him? So Zac shows back up. I mean, Zac drops off Fatima, and Paul was basically like, hey, Fatima, you don't have to pay anything. You know, don't worry about it. In front of Zac, in front of her man, in front of her fiance. So Zac is like, no, we finna pay for it. He takes out $7, y'all, and throws it in this man's face. Of course, the man didn't pick up the money. They end up dispersing. He gets mad at Fatima. And you have to realize at this pivotal point, Zac is being denied sex. Zac went through the thing with his mother. So his emotions is raging, right? He may have overreacted a little bit, but come on, Fatima, girl. Come on, child. I'm not gonna let no random man pay for no tire and he not expecting nothing. Let me tell you one thing about it is when somebody do something for you, they want something.
Come on.
They want something. So you best to tread lightly. But okay, brother. Well, what did you think about this whole scene and the Paul situation and all of that? I didn't like that.
Well, I mean, it was very. So this is sometimes why it's so hard to kind of, you know, let your friends know what's going on within your relationships, right? Because, you know, sometimes your friend may think they're doing something right as a remedy, not realizing that they could be adding more fuel to the fire, you know, that's already transpiring. So, you know, keep in mind they had that conversation about, you know, what, you know, Fatima and Zac are already going through. And in that moment, Angela felt like that was means for Fatima to be flirtatious with another guy. So, you know, I feel like as a friend, you know, why would you want to encourage, you know, your friend who's actually in a pretty much stable relationship? And not only that, they're engaged, you know, they are, you know, engaged to be married, you know. And so this is your answer to, you know, whatever issues that they are encountering in that moment. Like, yeah, sis, that to me, yeah, it wasn't cool, and it was very awkward, and I was really kind of I was somewhat shocked. But I'm wondering too, Angela, are you still salty because your dude
man
you
like
thought
that
was gonna be
exactly.
your dude ended up liking, you know, Zac too? So she probably like, well, damn, everybody liking on Zac. So
but
maybe she still
I didn't like the fact
that
she said, Fatima, you need to keep your options open. Like,
right, exactly.
As women or men, what kind of friend? That's not a friend, sis. That's not a friend. No,
it's not.
You don't say that to someone that's in a relationship. And that's the thing about women is, boy, we can be petty Betty. We can be petty Betty. And a lot of women get into that sour life. You know how I say they got that soft lifestyle? A lot of women be in that sour lifestyle. They in that sour life, they get that bitter baddies. And they don't want what's best for their friend, because for you to tell this woman, keep your options up, you always ragging on Zac. I don't like that. And then my whole thing is Fatima still continues to be around this girl. She can't keep a man.
And she divulges too much.
I wouldn't have told her about the mother situation with Zac. That's very personal. That's something that you keep between you and your fiance. That's not something you tell your home. Girl, I'll tell you about when I get to work. No.
Right. Exactly.
Like I said, the reason why I love this show, because it's real. That's what people do.
And that's what happens.
Yeah, that's what happens.
That right there, you're right, sis. That's exactly what happens in our society. So it to me, it's very sad, because, you know, I looked at Angela a little bit different. You know, I looked at her like, you know, she was an actual sister, you know, like she really had Fatima's best interest at heart. And, you know, as we get further along, into the scene, I'm questioning her even more, because keep in mind she sent that other lady something, as and so that right there was a little questionable too. Like I'm starting to look at. Yeah, I'm starting to look at her a little bit different now. So,
Yeah, so Angela, I thought that she was, a ride or die. And I thought that she was going to, be a really good friend to Fatima. But I'm questioning everything, even to her on her head, child.
Oh my God, because it looks a bit synthetic. So yeah, I would kind of question that too.
Yeah, it's giving Jenny's beauty supply.
Yeah, pretty much.
Angela, I don't like your role on this show. I don't like it.
Come on now.
So, that's why Bryce did what he did. But anyway, the next clip that we're gonna look at is I call "Don't Talk About My Mama."
Woo!
Let me set this up for y'all. Don't you talk about my mama. So in this scene, Zac is just now getting back to work after the whole garage scene with the tire and the construction worker guy. And when he walks in, his homeboys is there because they heard that he had an interaction with his mother and they know the backstory of his mother and everything like that, which I felt like that was heartfelt, except for the raggedy friend that walked out because he was mad. The dark skinned guy, and I can't think of his name. He's
all of his feelings.
Yeah, he really, cheered up Zac, made him sure that, I'm here for you and stuff like that. But he's a sensible friend. So, Zac's emotions, like I said, not dealing with those emotions, they are overflowing. So everything is getting Zac pissed. In this scene, Bryce talked to Angela prior to this scene, and he basically was like, hey, I ain't heard from you. You dodging me. What's up? So she was just like, oh, it's kind of like it's a me, not you situation, trying to brush him off because he doesn't know that she knows that he tried to kiss Zac. Okay, let me just give y'all that. So in this scene, I guess Bryce is starting to feel like she does know. So he goes and asks Zac. And Zac is like, yeah, I told Fatima that you tried to kiss me. Yes. Well, then how did you say it? And Zac was like, it's my truth. I said it like it happened. Like you tried to kiss me. What else am I supposed to say? And so Bryce gets upset. He was just like, you're making this a big deal. You act like I murdered your mama. And that triggered something in Zac to where he came from around that desk and pinned him up against the wall and told him, don't you ever talk about my mama. So in this scene, do you feel like Zac overreacted?
To be perfectly honest, sis, I really don't. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I was very disappointed in Bryce, because what Bryce should be doing right now is giving Zac time. Because you have to commend Zac. Right. Give him time, give him space. Because keep in mind that, like you said before, a lot of other dudes would have reacted differently in that moment. And, he should be grateful that Zac is even taking the initiative to still come to the office. You know what I mean? So give him that. You got, at this point, you got to give him some grace, because again, that situation could have went, totally different. Another thing that I did not appreciate about Bryce is the fact that he was basically trying to downplay his actions and what he and his movement and what he did towards Zac. How could you downplay something like that? Like, bruh, you trying to make it seem like what you did was not a big deal.
Exactly.
Bruh, you did it to a hood dude. Like this dude, you better be glad you still got your face intact. My dude, like, really?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, Bryce, like, you kissed a straight man that's in a relationship. Like, it's a lesson that you made it to the next day, because a lot of men take first of all, their pride.
Yes.
Like, that's I can't even imagine. But
it is, seriously.
You know how, like, some men don't even like watching stuff like that on TV. Could you imagine another man kissing you?
Come on, exactly.
Like, and then, like you said, I commend Zac because he is being professional. Like, dude, I need space. But Bryce is almost like he's being like a obsessive stalker. Like, how can you expect for us to be friends after this? I don't even trust you.
It's almost like he wants to erase it from Zac's memory. Like he wants Zac to forget about it in its entirety. Don't even think about it. Act as if it never even happened. Let's just erase that moment. Like, it's almost like Bryce is like, Zac, why can't you just forget that any of this transpired? Like, what's wrong with you? So at that moment, they both were upset because Zac's upset because, as you stated, he's not receiving the space that he wants. And Bryce is upset because he wants things to be normal as it was prior to him making that move. So it made him want to go. It made him want to be shady. It made him want to say, it's not like I murdered your mother. He knew what he was doing in that moment. He knew what he was doing in that moment. So what came next? Again, dude, you're playing Russian roulette.
You are.
And again, keep in mind that the reason why I commend Zac in this moment was because you see that Zac, we already see that Zac he's been fighting a lot of demons, right?
Yeah, he has.
And even in that particular moment, he's still fighting demons because he's still thinking about what transpired, with his mother in that grocery store the other night. So it's a lot of things that's still percolating in his head. And dude, you don't know this, but again, you're adding more fuel to the fire. So you better be glad that Zac is on, the pathway of redemption, that he is trying to be a better man. Otherwise, again, that situation would have been different as well.
Very ugly. Very ugly. And that's season, episode 3. I'm sorry, y'all. Season 2, episode 3. You guys go check that out if y'all want to see the full episode. They're only 30 minutes, y'all. So by the time you get through, you got time. Go check it out.
Yeah.
It's just 30 minutes. Zatima. Go check it out.
Zatima.
So getting into episode 4, which is our last episode. Episode 5 airs tomorrow, Wednesday at 7:00. So you guys,
that's quick.
Yeah, I know, right? So we're all caught.
I cannot wait to watch it either.
Me neither, bro. The way it ended. But
I'm
let's get
telling
into
you.
it.
Yes.
I call this clip, this pick, elevator going up.
Oh.
Let me set this up for y'all. All right.
Elevator going up as it looks like she's trying to go down.
Fatima and Paul were stuck in the elevator. Okay. She works for Andy, and Andy was telling her, "Oh, this is annoying, girl, all this noise. Can you go up there and tell them to get the noise down?" So what does Fatima do? She goes up there. She tells them to take the noise down. Anyway, they ended up being in the elevator. They got stuck in the elevator together. Now, in this scene, Fatima had just put her shoes on because the elevator started to move and she lost her balance and he caught her. But prior to her falling, he says that, "I wish that I could be more of a man to you, or I wish that I could be a good man to you." And he was telling her that Zac has anger issues, and I've seen that before in men, and it's only gonna get worse. So he was basically shooting his shot in the elevator. As soon as she in this shot, when the elevator opens, Zac is standing right there. And with Zac standing right there, now he got the man in the parking garage, which is Paul. He got his mama issues. Then the Bryce situation. Now Fatima is hugged up with Paul in the elevator, and he didn't want to give her none. She didn't want to give him none and give him the side cheek. So I know his mind is like percolating. It is boiling. And what happened was he gets in the elevator. They have a discussion. Fatima's trying to reassure him nothing happened. Of course, he doesn't believe her. He gets mad. Paul ends up subduing him against the wall because Zac tried to hit him. So when Paul let him go, Zac did headbutt him and he hit the ground. Fatima was upset. So that was this scene. And it was a lot. And I don't understand why Fatima was mad, because in the beginning of episode 4, baby, you threw Deja's groceries
Come on. Man, a crippled Deja, mind you.
To pull out your gun out your purse and nuck if you but Fatima.
Come on.
How can you get mad at Zac? Because if the roles were reversed, Fatima would have fought that girl, whoever it is.
And this is why they mesh, because really and truly, sister, one and the same.
They are.
And it's good, because they're able to help each other because they're both relatable when it comes to one's actions. So you can tell that even in that moment of the elevator, Zac was so heated that he wanted to run through Fatima just to get to Paul to wear him out. But I like the fact that, it was good that Fatima was there, because had it been just them two, that elevator probably would have dropped several feet, because they would have been rolling, tumbling, really trying to knock each other out. So I'm glad that Fatima was there, because you can tell that even though he was still pissed off, he was still heated, but Fatima is able to kind of keep Zac a little bit grounded. Yeah. And I value that in their relationship. Now, like you said it perfectly, because he had so much that was going on prior to, so much that's in his brain and he's thinking about. He wasn't able to really think things clearly. So in that moment, even though he subconsciously, he probably knew it was really nothing, but he already is frustrated. So what he's looking for right now is a release of his frustration.
Yeah.
And really and truly, that's really what he wanted to do with Paul in that moment. So,
yeah. And also in this episode, this is where, like brother said earlier, where Angela was telling. So what happened was somebody leaked the elevator footage of Paul subduing Zac. So that's embarrassing, right? So not only is he dealing with everything else, now Zac is all over the internet being subdued by a construction worker.
Right.
So what happened was Angela sent it to their other friend. Oh, well, it's not a friend of Fatima's anymore, but she sent the video to her, like, look at Zac. Like I said, what kind of friend are you? I don't. You're not a friend. The friend that she sent the video to is actually like a YouTuber or like a social media nut. She posted the video on social media, y'all. Mm-hmm.
Sis, so this is what makes me, question Angela more, because you mean to tell me, like, that goes without even saying, you mean to tell me that you thought that was okay for you to send some type of footage like that for others to see? You already, something should have just told you that, no, let me not make this decision, because this, I can make a situation that was hidden blow up like a volcano erupting. Like that's just exactly what you did. And it's like,
but this is your brother.
Friend, though.
This is it, brother. Why are you talking about me and my man behind my back
with another female
that don't like me,
and that I don't have any dealings with at this point?
Come on, like, what are we doing? You're not, and I hope that this season exposes Angela for who she truly is. She's the type of person that throw rocks and hide her hands. You can tell that girl don't like Fatima. If you almost want Fatima to be by herself so she can be more of a friend to you. How selfish.
Right.
Every time she comes to you with a problem about Zac, you amplify it. Oh, it's the girl, you need to leave him. Let's go have drinks. Let's go to the club. That's not no friend, Fatima.
I was so glad when she left her at that bar by herself.
I was so glad. Leave her sat.
She deserved it.
With her 4 drinks or whatever. Leave her sat down. She probably need a little ribs. Let me shut up.
With her 4 drinks and that faux hair. And I mean FAUX.
Baby.
4.
She rubs me. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like you say, she more and more her actions are being revealed, and
it is.
I'm not a fan of what I see. I'm not. I'm just really not.
Last but absolutely not least, the last pick of the night. I call it Guess Who's Coming to Dinner.
Oh.
So let me set this up. This is Deja and Zac child. So Deja is acting like she's hurt and needing help to get in her car. And of course, Zac is being Zac, trying to help, trying to be nice. And she is trying to climb over him. She being extra, throwing a leg up and all this other stuff. But what y'all don't see is Fatima's mother pulls up to their house. Now, it was a conversation that was had before this clip where Fatima was talking to her mother on the phone. And she said, I haven't seen you in 3 weeks. You haven't been home. I ain't heard from you. I sent you something. They said your forwarding address was such and such. Have you moved in with this Zac? You're not talking to me. You know how mothers are. So okay, Mom, I'm at work. I have to hurry up and get off the phone. So she got off the phone. But when she got off the phone, Mama pulled up to the house. So when Mama pulled up and seen this foolery, she said, who are you? Are you Zac? And he said, yeah, who are you? She said, I'm Fatima's mama. So this is the thing I want to ask. They're engaged.
Yes, right.
Would you want to meet the family before you get engaged to someone? Or do you feel like not meeting the family is not a big deal?
So let me just say, I do feel that meeting the family is a big deal. There is a difference when there is a family to meet. Now, if you divulge to me that, you really don't have a family, or, if there has been tragedy, what have you, that's understandable. That's a reason for me not to be able to have seen, your family or immediate family, what have you. Mm-hmm. But to me, when I have yet to have met anyone in your family, or I wasn't able to, ask them for, the hand in marriage, and even just allowing them to be able to witness something that is very sacred, like something that that may never happen again. That proposal is everything, and for them not to have been there to witness that, it really, to me, I would feel weird about that. So yeah, most definitely, I would want to meet the family prior to any type of engagement, before I can call anybody my fiance. How do you feel about
this, honey? So when my husband proposed to me, no one was there.
Okay.
He told my family friends, no, y'all not gonna be there when I propose to her. He made it a point.
Okay. But that's the thing, though, sis. But he had made them known that he was going to propose, right?
He's met my whole he met my whole family, and everything. But the thing about Fatima and Zac that I don't get is, I understand Zac's situation. He's not close to his parents. He's not close to his family. But Fatima, to me, is very secretive about hers. I don't know if she's an heiress. I don't know if she's rich. I don't know if...
Oh, sis.
I just feel like it's something like that. Like, it's got to be, if her mother is a senator. I don't know if her father... It's something major like that, to where she hides that from people, because she never talks about her family at all.
And keep in mind,
to pull up.
Right. Come on,
in a nice car.
And keep in mind, she's in an Audi. Come on.
She's in an Audi.
It was so weird to me because, and you're right too, because when I think about it, I'm really thinking that she has the same type of background as Zac. I just by, looking at her whole entire story. Yes. But, and even to add to that, her having the type of cousin. Now, don't forget Madam. Madam being her cousin. I'm really thinking, Fatima already give you gutter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she does.
But I love the fact that she can turn it off too, because she also gives you a professional, Black, beautiful woman, and I appreciate that and I value that in her. But it throws me off in it, and this is perfect too, because it's keeping us as well as the audience and the viewers now in suspense, because you don't really know what's to come. Because you're right, when you look at her mother, you see someone that is very astute. You see someone that seems like she's poised. She seems like she is very polished, and she seems like she has it all together. And you're right, she does put you in representation of someone that is in politics. So maybe that could be the reason why, Fatima is more quiet with things, because maybe it's just certain things that, she knows that she can or cannot say. But you can tell that there is more to come. Within that story, very much. So now,
if you're the daughter of Atlanta mayor, just say this.
Come on,
Fatima. But I do feel like it's stuff that she's hiding.
Yes.
So
and why?
And why?
Come on.
So I guess we'll just have to keep watching to find out.
That's it. Come on.
But I am so like I say, if you guys don't watch the show, catch it on BET Plus. It airs on Wednesdays at 7 every Wednesday. I love the fact that it's tied into Sisters, but Sisters is done for the season. We're waiting on the next season. But they do tie into each other. Sis. And I love the fact that they end one and they begin one. They don't run Zatima and Sisters at the same time. So you guys don't have to watch, because Zac and Fatima are on Sisters and they have their own show. So, but Zatima is.
Isn't that a blessing?
Ain't that a blessing?
Yes.
Oh, so every Wednesday, 7:00, we'll be talking about them every week, y'all. We ain't gonna miss it.
Yes.
I hope you guys got something out of this, got some gems, got some tea.
I do too.
Got something, because like I said, this show is for a Black community. It's very touching. Tyler Perry did his thing. DeVal did his thing. Crystal, she did her thing. I love the acting, the characters, storyline. Everything is amazing. I still don't know. It's secrets about each character. You don't know what you're gonna get each episode. So I'm curious to find out about this mother thing with Zac and how that's going to play out into their relationship. Because, like I said, Zac is on edge.
Yes.
So is he going to be good or is he going to be bad?
Because, Lord, I hope, I would hate to see him fall off the wagon. Oh, I don't want to see that.
Or what if his mom and his brother show up?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
That's going to be... Just imagine all of them being in the same room together.
Lord.
That's a disaster waiting to happen. And some items waiting to be missed.
Oh, because his mama on meth.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Brother, go ahead and give your little social media, your big boy social media.
Yes, if you guys want to see more of me, Sir Q, just make sure to go to my Instagram page at I am Sir Q. That's I am SIRQUE, and let's get certified with Sir Q, baby. Thank you for watching.
Well, I'm certified with Sir Q, so y'all get certified with Sir Q. You can also catch us on We Are Reality Rewind Instagram. Follow us on Reality Rewind on Instagram, and also subscribe to us on We Are Reality Rewind on YouTube. You can catch me personally at I am the B.F.P on Instagram, and I am the BFP on TikTok and Facebook. So that is Zatima from Sir Tam.
Yes, I love it. We thank you guys so much for watching, and we cannot wait to see you guys on the next episode.
Yes. Peace out.